Welcome to Historic Coin, the ultimate treasure chest for coin collectors, history lovers, and the curious minds who believe that every coin has a story to tell. In today's episode, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of two coins from entirely different continents, the 1995 Canadian 1-cent coin and the 1998 Malaysian 20-cent coin. But don't be fooled by their small size. These coins hold a mountain of history, culture, and craftsmanship. Why is Queen Elizabeth II on a Canadian coin? What does the flower on the Malaysian coin symbolize? What secrets lie in their designs, their metals, and their histories? Stay with us till the end, because I guarantee, once you start this journey, you won't want to skip a single second. This isn't just a coin comparison. This is a time machine through money, monarchs, and mystery. Design comparison front. Let's begin by observing the obverse, or front, designs of both coins. The Canadian 1-cent coin from 1995 features a left-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, crowned and elegant, encircled with the Latin inscription Elizabeth II DG Regina. This reflects Canada's status as a constitutional monarchy. On the other hand, the 1998 Malaysian 20-cent coin displays a hibiscus flower, the national flower of Malaysia, along with the text Bank Negara Malaysia and the denomination 20 sener. Right away we see how Canada expresses its colonial heritage through the monarchy, while Malaysia celebrates its national identity and independence through symbolic flora. Design comparison. Back. Flip the coins, and an entirely different story unfolds. The reverse side of the Canadian coin displays two iconic maple leaves on a twig, a national emblem synonymous with Canadian pride, unity, and nature. The year 1995 and the word Canada are engraved below the leaves. In contrast, the Malaysian 20-cent coin showcases a traditional tepak sirih, a ceremonial betel nut container used in Malay customs, especially during weddings and royal events. This showcases Malaysia's deep-rooted cultural traditions and its emphasis on ceremonial respect. Two coins, two philosophies, nature versus tradition, metal composition. Delving into the materials, the Canadian 1-cent coin from 1995 is made of copper-plated zinc. It gives the coin a bright reddish hue and a relatively light weight. On the other hand, the Malaysian 20-cent coin is made from a copper-nickel alloy, giving it a silver color and heavier feel. These materials not only affect the coin's weight and appearance, but also reflect the economic decisions of each country at the time. Canada's move to copper-plated zinc was about cost-effectiveness, while Malaysia's use of copper-nickel aimed at durability and a premium look. Size and weight difference. In physical terms, the Malaysian 20-cent is significantly larger and heavier than the Canadian 1-cent. The Canadian cent has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and weighs just 2.35 grams. Meanwhile, the Malaysian 20-cent coin spans 23.59 millimeters and weighs 5.65 grams. This makes the Malaysian coin not just more valuable in face value, but also in physical feel. It has more coin presence in the hand, which often reflects perceived value by the public. Minting and rarity. The Canadian 1-cent coin of 1995 was minted in massive quantities, tens of millions, making it a common collector's item but not necessarily rare. The 20-cent 1998 coin also had wide circulation, though Malaysia's smaller population meant fewer were produced overall. Neither coin is considered rare today, but condition, mint errors, and special editions can significantly affect their collector value. It's these little differences that excite numismatists. Cultural symbolism. Culturally, these coins speak volumes. The Canadian maple leaf isn't just a plant, it's a national identity. It appears on their flag, military badges, and even sports teams. The Queen's portrait emphasizes Canada's loyalty to the Crown. In contrast, the Malaysian hibiscus symbolizes unity in diversity. Its 5 petals represent the 5 Rukun Negara principles. The tepak sirih symbolizes hospitality and respect, values central to Malaysian life. Both coins are deeply patriotic, just expressed differently. Historical context. In 1995, Canada was stable, modernizing, and continuing its traditions under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. This cent represents a continuity of tradition. Malaysia in 1998, however, was facing the Asian financial crisis. Even during economic hardship, the coin design reflected beauty and cultural pride. It's fascinating how coins can carry the emotional weight of their era, one of stability, the other of resilience, economic value, then versus now. In their respective years, the Canadian 1 cent could buy you a single candy or contribute to sales taxes. Today, Canada has phased out the penny due to inflation and rounding policies. The 20-cent coin in Malaysia in 1998 had decent purchasing power. Enough for a street snack. Today, it's still accepted, but worth far less. This shows how inflation erodes currency value and forces nations to adapt. International appeal. Canadian coins are known globally for their clean designs and association with the British monarchy. Collectors from around the world, especially in Commonwealth nations, seek Canadian cents. Malaysian coins, while less globally known, are beloved in Southeast Asian circles for their cultural beauty. As Malaysia gains tourism and global awareness, these coins are gaining appeal internationally. Legacy and phase-out. Canada officially stopped minting the 1 cent coin in 2012 due to cost inefficiency. It cost more to produce than its value. This makes coins like the 1995 version part of a retired era, increasing their nostalgia. Malaysia, however, still uses the 20-cent coin, although newer designs have since replaced the 1998 edition. This gives the Malaysian coin a continuing legacy, while the Canadian one is now history. Artistic details. Zooming into the fine art, the Canadian coin's maple leaves were designed by G.E. Kruger Gray, a renowned coin artist. The leaves are lifelike, with fine veins and symmetry. The Malaysian 20-cent coin's hibiscus and tepak sirih showcase intricate Malay motifs, reflecting local craftsmanship. These aren't just coins, they're micro-art pieces. Public perception. In Canada, people often found the penny annoying in everyday use, too small in value, bulky in pockets. Malaysians, however, respect and appreciate the 20 sen as a functional and symbolic coin. It plays a larger role in daily transactions, especially in markets and public transport. This difference in perception influences each coin's legacy. Educational value. Teachers and historians love using these coins to educate students. The Canadian cent teaches about British heritage, Canadian flora, and economics. The Malaysian 20 sen is used to explain cultural traditions, national symbols, and currency design. These coins become tools of learning far beyond their monetary use. Numismatic value today. Today, the Canadian 1 cent, 1995, is valued at around face or slightly more in circulated condition, but can fetch higher prices if in mint condition or with mint errors. The Malaysian 20 sen, 1998, also holds standard value unless in UNC, uncirculated, or special strike form. For collectors, it's less about price and more about completion and cultural depth. Final comparison and emotion. If we had to declare a winner, it would be impossible. The Canadian cent represents a global legacy, royalty, and nature. The Malaysian 20 sen honors tradition, identity, and craftsmanship. One speaks the language of empires, the other sings the song of heritage. Together they remind us how even the smallest objects, just coins in a pocket, carry the weight of nations, people, and time. Conclusion. So there you have it. 2 coins, 2 worlds, 1 incredible journey. If you enjoyed exploring history through these beautiful pieces of metal, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Historic Coin. This is just the beginning. More treasures, more mysteries, and more stories await you. Because at Historic Coin, every coin speaks, and we make sure you hear its voice loud and clear.